Hey, what's up, moms and dads? This is Dr. Stein from Straightahead Chiropractic. Hey, this video, I have no idea how long it's going to be, but I just want to share a few things from my heart and really just have some real talk about health, well-being, and the different options of care that you have. And specifically, this video is for you moms and dads who have just found yourself stuck in a cycle with your kids, or maybe even you personally have just been stuck in a cycle of anxiety, depression, ADHD, focus and attention issues, or maybe it's chronic infections, colic, constipation, and you've tried a whole bunch of different other options, but you find that these issues, while maybe have gotten better some, are just not there yet. And I don't know what there yet looks like, but you just know in your gut, moms and dads, in that like intuitive mom gut or dad gut, you just know that there just seems like there's something else, or you're just not getting deep enough. This video is absolutely for you. In the world of which we function, and really in the society and culture that we're in, not just at Straightahead, but really in Redlands and the communities surrounding us, and really probably even in the US as a whole, the whole idea of natural approaches or natural options seems like it's just growing, right? There are more people pushing against the status quo and moving into more of a natural option. And why? Why is that? Well, you know why that is because people just don't feel like they're getting their questions answered. They don't feel like they're getting the results that they want, and quite honestly, that they deserve. There used to be, in history past, there used to be one option. If your kid got sick, you took him to the doctor. I mean, if we date it back even farther, if your kid got sick, the doctor came to your house and did a house call, and then the treatment option for that was based on the symptoms, right? Based on the history that they took and the symptoms that were being manifest, there was drugs prescribed, right? Medications. Now, this is by no means an anti-anything message. This is not an anti-medicine message, because medicine is a blessing. I truly believe medicine is a blessing from God that has saved lives. With that said, are there other options and are there other alternatives in some cases, or maybe even a lot of cases? And the answer to that is yes. So if your kiddo, examples of that are, if you or your kiddo has reflux, you're looking at Prilosec, Zantac. Anxiety, it's going to be something like Zoloft, Prozac. Ear infection, standard protocol is going to be to get antibiotics. Allergies might be some kind of a steroid. Asthma, also steroid. And then things like pain, Oxy, right? Right now, I'm sure your kids aren't on it. Hopefully you're not on it either, but Oxy is just blowing up the media in that, is it getting rid of people's pain? Yeah. Is it causing other issues? Yeah. And every single thing that you ingest, whether it be natural or synthetic, has consequences on your system and has consequences on your body. And so other things that we see is like constipation. Kids on Miralax for their first year, like every day for their first year, because they're not pooping well. The bigger question needs to be asked is, why is that happening in the first place, right? Sometimes we don't know the why behind that, but we need to ask, instead of just chasing the symptoms and saying, oh, your kid has the sniffles, let's give them an antihistamine, or your kid might have some focus and attention issues, let's put them on Ritalin. Can we ask the question first and make that, maybe that's a necessary step down the road, but maybe not start there? Are there other things and options? And when it comes to the natural world, or the natural options, holistic, natural, organic, whatever you want to call it, those options in comparison to a more traditional medical, Western medical approach, the products might be different, but hear this, the philosophy and paradigm is often still the same. Now, let me back up a little bit. The product's different. So you're taking a medication and you're replacing it with a supplement. You're taking a medication and you're replacing with an oil. Are supplements good? Are dietary changes good? Should we have gluten and dairy in our diet? I don't know, maybe not. I would say that there's lots of arguments to say that some people do not tolerate nearly as well as other people tolerate it. Should we eat more vegetables? Yes. Should we go to fast food restaurants and eat fries? No. Do we all do that? Myself included, my family included. Do we do everything perfect? Do we avoid everything that's bad? No, not at all. And so there is seasons of doing better than other seasons, but here's what I want to say is all of those approaches, whether it be oils, whether it be Prozac, whether it be CBD, all of those approaches have an outside in paradigm. They're taking a dysfunction in the body and trying to heal that dysfunction by adding something else to the system. Now, the system's not healing because it obviously is not able to make sense of the environment and process through things well. So adding more to it is not going to be as effective or efficient. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. All of these systems, whether it be gut health, which we know is directly linked to brain health, we also know it's linked to the gut health is also linked to the immune system. So we look at the GI system, the GI tract, the respiratory systems. We look at the cardiovascular system. We look at the immune system. And there's one key factor that really is interwoven or binds all of those systems together. That is the nervous system. The nervous system is the master controller. It sets every other system, modulates, regulates, and really organizes every other system so that those systems can most appropriately respond to the environment. And so if you're finding yourself stuck in that struggle where you've tried this, you got your kid on 100 different medications, 30 different oils, you just tried CBD, you're doing OT, PT, all of those might be good. And honestly, they might all be necessary, but you're finding that they're just not as effective as possible. It could be that you're hanging around in the right area. You're on the right bus, but you're just not in the right seat. And what I mean by that is the foundation hasn't been set. See, here's what it boils down to. The general chiropractic principle is that the body is made by God to be self-healing and self-regulating. It's natural. The most natural thing for us is to be healthy. Our bodies are supposed to be healthy. We should be able to be attacked, so to speak, by illness and fight that off, right? We should be able to face stressful situations and not have meltdowns or freakouts. We should be able to regulate our mood. We should be able to sleep well. We should be able to digest and have regular bowel movements. And if those things aren't happening, it's not a lack of oil and it's not a lack of meds most of the time. It's a lack of regulation. That general premise or that whole idea, the body's not handling what it should in the environment most appropriately or most efficiently. So the question that I posed really ultimately is, if you're in the middle of the struggle, have you ever dove deep into asking, why is it there in the first place? Not what can we do about the symptoms and not what can we do to get it away. As a dad and as a clinician, and we deal with these cases all day long, I know that we want our kids just to be healthy, right? We don't want them to be in pain. We don't want them to suffer. We want them to follow a normal neurodevelopmental trajectory and to thrive. Let's be honest. We want our kids to far exceed anything we've ever accomplished, and we want them to absolutely thrive. And part of that is just, we don't want them to be sick. We want their symptoms to go away. But let's back up a little bit and say, if they're having chronic ear infections, why are they having ear infections in the first place? Antibiotics might be the right treatment if a bacteria settles in there and invades their system and you need to get rid of that antibiotic. That bacteria. But why is it infected in the first place? If your baby has reflux, rather than give them a medication to suppress their stomach acid or to suppress their spit up, why not ask the question, well, what is the system that controls that in the first place that might be causing some regulation issues to where they're spitting up, right? Same with focus and attention. Is there something going on in their system that's causing them the inability, that's causing them to be stuck in a stress cycle to where their body can't regulate, it can't heal well, it can't stay on task, it can't focus because it can't understand its environment and therefore it doesn't feel safe. And so when it comes to dealing with all of those different systems and how they connect and coordinate and really are tied together, it's the nervous system, brain, spinal cord that sends messages out to the entire rest of the body so that it can make the most sense of what it has to do. And when it comes to the progress, the results, and really the breakthrough and transformations that we see in this office, we are not specifically treating those conditions. So a kid coming in with ear infections or a kid coming in with anxiety, kid coming in with depression, teenagers coming in with headaches, those are not conditions that we're specifically treating. What we're doing is we're resetting their body's ability to be able to self-heal and self-regulate. We're restoring their body's ability to do what it's been designed to do in the first place. When we do that, we then unlock their potential to really thrive the way that it's supposed to. we answer the question, or we go after the question, what's holding your kid back from natural, normal processes? Then we attack that, whatever's holding it back, we break that bondage and we allow their bodies to function at their maximum capacity. Now, with that said, OT, we work with tons of OT. Speech therapists, we work with tons of speech therapists. We absolutely love them. We value them. Pediatricians, OB-GYNs, midwives. I mean, I'm probably missing some people here, but we work with these people and we value and cherish these people. You want to know why we have a good reputation and really good response and rapport with these people? It's not because it's us or them. It's not an either or, it's a both and. And here's the reports that we get back from a lot of these other professionals, is that when they see kiddos get under chiropractic care with us, it makes their job easier. We parents, we want to make your job easier. We want to make your therapist's jobs easier. We want to make your pediatrician's job easier. We want your kids to function more efficiently. We want them to be just healthier in general. And here's what we know. If the nervous system is the foundation upon which everything else is built on, if that foundation is wobbly, you can throw a ton of OT on there and you're going to get some results. You're not going to get the results that you will if their nervous system is fully functioning. You can have them in speech and you're going to make progress, because especially around here with some of the people we work with, we literally partner with the best of the best and they have amazing results. But taking it from here, getting it to here, and then adding some chiropractic to restore and reset that neurology and decrease and break that cycle of stress in their system that's holding them back, goes from here to here. And we see jumps. Just this last week, we've seen so many kiddos that have come in and their parents have said, you know, we've been in these different therapies and this week we started chiropractic care and this week we saw these things we've been waiting for 6 months. Now, again, chiropractic is not treating those things. We do not do anything to treat vocabulary or speech or any of those other issues. We just unlock their natural God-given potential to thrive and to soar. And as we do that, crazy cool stuff happens. So here's my charge, or here's really my challenge to you. If this resonates with you, if you want more information, if you know somebody that you could bless by sharing this information with them, if you can help contact them or get them in contact with us, we would love to have a conversation. We would love to chat. Maybe that's you. Maybe you've just kind of been on the fence for a little while. I know a lot of people that come into our office have been looking at our social media stuff for 9 months is the average. And what I would encourage you to is, if that's you and you've been on the fence for a little bit, please reach out to us, because we want to help. More than get rid of the symptoms and more than treat the conditions that your kids have, and more than even follow a natural approach, we want to restore their body's ability to function at its maximum capacity so that they can be healthy. Then if you want to do oils, get ready, put your seatbelt on, because those oils are going to take effect way more than they ever have. If you want to take, if they need medication, or if you're going to do speech or OT, get ready. Again, put your seatbelts on, because those things are going to become so much more efficient, which means you're going to get more bang for your buck. You're going to get more productivity, and you're just flat out going to get better results. All right. Thanks for your time. Hope is straight ahead. Please reach out to us if you have any questions, comment below, or give us a call. Thanks. Bye.